It's an Eastern Conference matchup, and today's game is the 76ers coming to town for this one. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Ready to go?
Today's game continues this Brooklyn Nets homestand. In second to last place in the East, nothing's come easy for them this season.
And right now for the Nets, they went backwards this year in a big way. That turnaround that we kept waiting for just never materialized.
And, Greg, I really thought they would turn it around. This was a good-looking team coming into the season, but when things broke apart, they stayed broken.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Hollis-Jefferson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Grant. Then there's Isaiah Cannon, and it's Smith in at the point guard.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Dishes to Sloan. The Nets working the ball around now. The wide open look here for Lopez. No good there off the double clutch.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Now, here's Grant. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injury.
Cannon can't hit.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
That bucket in no time at all. Bogdanovich has got 6.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA it's a herd mentality if something works.
Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside too.
He's off on the second.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
And that one's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. He dishes it to Lopez. Here's the 3. The shot is off. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Loses his grip and misses the dunk. Pushing it up. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. .151 left here in the first quarter. Here's Larkin. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Lopez with the bucket.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
So it's Philadelphia now, trailing by 2. Landry with the screen, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Lopez a screen. Here's Kilpatrick. bangs home the trifecta. Kilpatrick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
And Philadelphia decides to take their...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Top last time they took on the Nets, that one was played in Brooklyn.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Stauskas is checked in.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Now, here is Robinson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Lopez gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Down low. The shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Pass to Covington. Here's the break. Poked away. Stolen by Landry. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Thomas Robinson is out there with Young. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. Here's Cannon. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Covington. Thomas Robinson with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. And the basket by Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Brooklyn. Philadelphia shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. The feed to Grant. Back to Smith. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
The Nets making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Thompson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Sloan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's a screen by Robinson. A shot by Ellington, no good.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Cannon. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Young against Smith. Noel, a screen on Young. Robinson with the block. Ellington kicks to Bogdanovich, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Thompson misses.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Nets. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Landry cannot hit, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. For Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The 76ers again can't hit it. Passes to Bogdanovich. To the middle. And Lopez throws it down.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And so here is Philadelphia. It's a 13-point game.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence. I don't care who you are or what your circumstances, but you know what? At the end, he rose above it.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game, some of the best numbers of his career.
Robert Covington's checked in for Thompson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Kicks it to Landry. 46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Covington. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Brooklyn with the ball. Big run right now going for him. 11-2.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets in Denver.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Here's Sloan after the Sixers pick up 2. Screen by Young. Sloan passes to Young. Ellington dishes to Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. And we finished.